Hello, my wonderful friend. Welcome to VUS Learning English Podcast. My name is Anna, and I am so happy you are here today. Today, we are going to talk about something important, something that can feel a little scary, but I promise we will make it easy. We will talk about job interviews. A job interview is a meeting to get a new job. It is a chance to find your dream job, a job you will love. But sometimes there are difficult questions. These questions can make us feel nervous. They can make our hearts beat fast. Today, we will change that. We will turn that nervous feeling into a happy feeling. We will turn it into confidence. Confidence means you feel strong. You feel sure about yourself. We will look at the top 10 most common interview questions. These are the questions you will hear in many interviews. We will learn what the questions really mean, and we will learn how to answer them in a wonderful way. I will give you a simple plan for each answer, a plan that helps you sound amazing. By the end of our time together, you will have a strategy. A strategy is a smart plan. This plan will help you feel calm and ready. It will help you turn the interview into a friendly talk, a talk that ends with a new job. So, take a deep breath, relax. You are in a safe place. We will do this together. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoy this episode, please tap the like button. It is a small click for you, but it helps our podcast grow. It helps us reach more English learners just like you. And if you have not already, please think about subscribing. This way, you will not miss our future episodes. I am always curious to know where you are. Where in the world are you listening from today? Are you in Taiwan? Are you in Thailand? Or maybe America? Or India? Please tell me in the comments. I love reading about your home countries. Okay, are you ready? Let's begin. Section 1. Tell me about yourself. Let's start with the first question. It is a very, very common question. Almost every interview starts with this. The interviewer smiles and says, "So tell me about yourself." It sounds simple. It sounds like a friendly question, but it is a very important question. Many people feel lost here. They do not know what to say. When there is silence, people start to talk too much. They talk about their family. They talk about their hobbies. Or they just read their resume. A resume is the paper with your work history, but the interviewer already has that paper. They want something more. So, what is the interviewer really asking? What do they really want to know? When they say, "Tell me about yourself," they are really saying, "Please give me a short, exciting story about your work." A story that is about 60 to 90 seconds long. Show me that your story connects to this job. Show me that you are the right person for this company. They are looking at your confidence. They want to see if you can speak clearly. They want to see if you can share the most important things quickly. Let's look at a bad answer, an answer that is not good. This kind of answer makes the interviewer feel bored. It makes them stop listening. Are you ready to hear it? Here's a bad example. My name is Alex. I finished school about 5 years ago. My first job was in marketing, but I did not really like the people there, so I changed to another job. It was better, but a little boring. I worked very hard, and I'm looking for something new. In my free time, I like to go hiking and watch movies. Can you see the problem with this answer? Let's look at it together. First, the answer is not focused. It jumps from one thing to another, from school to a marketing job to another job. It is hard to follow. Second, it sounds a little negative. Negative means sad or bad. Alex said, I did not really like the people. And it was a little boring. In an interview, we always want to be positive. We want to have happy energy. Third, it has details that are not important for the job. The interviewer does not need to know about hiking and movies right now. It does not help them understand Alex's work skills. This answer does not make you feel confident about Alex. It just makes you feel a little confused. So, how do we answer it perfectly? How do we give a great answer? I have a secret formula for you. It is very easy to remember. It is called the present, past, future formula. Let's say that again. Present, past, future. This formula helps you tell your work story, a story that is strong and interesting, and it only takes about 60 to 90 seconds. Let's break it down. It is so easy. First is present. This means now. Start with what you are doing now. What is your job today? What is one great thing you did in your current job? An accomplishment. An accomplishment is something you did that was very successful. Second is past. This means before. Talk about one or two jobs you had before, but choose jobs that are connected to this new job. Talk about a skill you learned. A skill is something you do well, and explain how that skill will help you in this new job. Third is future. This means what is next. End your story by talking about the future. Why do you want this job? At this company? Show that you are excited. Show that this is a special opportunity for you. Present, past, future, now, before, and the future. See, it is a beautiful story structure. Now let's hear a good example. A wonderful, strong answer. Imagine you want a job as a senior project manager. A project manager is someone who leads projects. Here's the good example. Present. I am a project manager at ABC Company. For the last 3 years, I have helped teams work together to create software. My job is to manage projects from the first idea to the final product. I recently led a project that we finished early, and it cost 15% less money than we planned. Past. Before this job, I was a project coordinator at XYZ Company. There, I learned how to communicate very well with important people. I also learned how to manage risks on very big projects. That job taught me that planning carefully is very, very important. I use that lesson in all my projects now. Future. I have watched your company for a long time. I love how you create new things in the world of clean energy. So I was very happy when I saw this senior project manager job. I believe my skills with difficult software projects are a great fit for your company. And I am excited to help your company grow. Wow, can you feel the difference? Let's talk about why this answer is so good. It is confident. The person speaks with strength. It is short and clear. It follows the present, past, future formula perfectly. It uses a number. Did you hear it? 15% under budget. This means it cost less money. Using numbers makes your accomplishments feel real and strong. It shows the experience is relevant. Relevant means it connects to the new job. And it shows real interest in the company. The person has done their homework. They know about the company's work in clean energy. With an answer like this, you start the interview with great energy. You are in control, you feel confident, and the interviewer is impressed. You can do this. Just remember, present, past, future. Section 2, behavioral questions. Tell me about a time when. Next, we have a different kind of question. These are called behavioral questions. Behavioral questions can feel like a test. They often start with these words, tell me about a time when, or give me an example of. Here are some examples of behavioral questions. Tell me about a time you had a problem with a coworker. Describe a time you had to finish work very, very quickly. Give me an example of a mistake you made and what you learned. When you hear these questions, your mind might feel busy. You try to find the perfect story. You feel pressure. This is because the interviewer wants proof. They do not want to know what you would do. They want to know what you have done in the past. So, what are they really asking? The idea is simple. Your past actions can show how you will act in the future. They want to see if you really have the skills on your resume. Skills like solving problems, working with a team, leading others, and being strong when things are difficult. They are looking for evidence. Evidence is proof. Let's look at a common mistake. Here is a bad example. The question is, tell me about a time you handled a difficult problem. Here's the bad answer. Oh, yes. One time, our client's computer system stopped working. It was a big problem. My boss was very worried. The client was yelling. It was a very hard week. We all worked very late. And finally, we fixed it. It was really difficult. This answer is not good. Do you know why? Let's look at it together. First, it is vague. Vague means it is not clear. What was the problem exactly? How did they fix it? We don't know. Second, it is a we story, not an I story. The person says, we all worked late, and we fixed it. The interviewer wants to know what you did. What was your special action? Finally, there is no clear result. They fixed it. But what was the good result? The person in this story just survived the problem. They did not show how they solved it with a smart plan. So, how do you answer these questions perfectly? I have another secret weapon for you. It is called the STAR method. S-T-A-R, let's say it again, STAR. This method helps you tell a great story very fast. Let's learn what STAR means. S is for situation. This means you describe the background. Where were you working? What was happening? Just 1 or 2 sentences. Make it short and clear. T is for task. This means what was your job? What was the goal? What did you need to do? Again, just 1 or 2 sentences. A is for action. This is the most important part of the story. What did you do? What steps did you take? Use the word I. Say, I did this and I did that. You are the hero of this story. Tell them about 3 to 5 actions you took. R is for result. This means what happened in the end. What was the good outcome? If you can, use a number. For example, we saved 10% more time. And what did you learn from this experience? Just 1 or 2 sentences. Situation, task, action, result, STAR. It is a beautiful map for your story. Now let's try that question again. Tell me about a time you handled a difficult problem. Let's hear a good example using the STAR method. Of course, I can think of a recent time. S. Situation. In my job as a marketing analyst, we started a big new campaign. But after 2 days, we were getting 80% fewer new customers than we expected. This was a big problem for our company's goal. T. Task. My job was to find the problem quickly, and I had to fix it without stopping the whole campaign. A. Action. First, I looked at the data. I found the problem was on the mobile phone website. Many people were leaving the website very fast. I asked our designer to look at the page with me. We found a bug, a small computer problem. The bug stopped a form from loading on some phones. I immediately told the computer team about the bug. While they fixed it, I quickly made a simple new web page. I sent all mobile phone visitors to this new page. This stopped us from losing more customers. R, result. The computer team fixed the bug in 3 hours. By the end of the week, we had more customers than our original goal. We had 10% more. That experience taught me something. It taught me to always test everything on mobile phones first. Now, that is a fantastic answer. Can you see the STAR method? It is so clear. The answer is specific. It gives details. It is action-oriented. It focuses on doing things. It uses the word I. We know what this person did. It uses a number to show the result. 10% more. And it ends with a lesson. This shows wisdom. This is how you prove you have the skills. Before your next interview, think of 3 to 5 stories about your work, and practice telling them using the STAR method. You will be ready for any behavioral question. You will feel so prepared and so confident. Section 3. What is your greatest weakness? Now for a question that many people do not like. It can feel like a trap. The question is, what is your greatest weakness? A weakness is something you are not good at. If you are too honest, you might lose the job. If you are not honest, you might sound arrogant. Arrogant means you think you are better than other people. So, what is the interviewer really asking? They are not trying to find a reason to say no to you. This question is a test of 2 things: your self-awareness and your desire to grow. Self-awareness means you understand yourself. You know what you are good at, and you know what you can improve. Your desire to grow means you want to get better. They want to know, can you see your own weaknesses? Do you try to improve yourself? Are you doing something to get better? The worst thing you can do is give a fake answer, an answer that is not real. Some people try to hide a strength inside a weakness. This is called a humble brag. Here is a bad example. My greatest weakness is that I am a perfectionist. I just care too much about my work. I cannot rest until everything is perfect, even if I have to work late. This is a very common and bad answer. It sounds like the person is not being honest. It tells the interviewer that you are not self-aware, or you're just hiding the truth. Also, please do not say something silly like, my weakness is chocolate. Or, my weakness is kryptonite, like Superman. This is not a time for jokes. It will not make the interviewer laugh. So how do we answer this question perfectly? I have another simple formula for you. It is the weakness action improvement formula. Let's break it down. First, state a real but non-critical weakness. This means you choose a real weakness, but it should not be a weakness that is very important for the job. For example, if you are applying to be an accountant, a person who works with numbers, do not say, I am not good with details. That is a critical skill for that job. Second, describe the action you have taken. This is the most important part. What are you doing to get better? Tell them the specific steps you are taking. This shows you are proactive. Proactive means you take action to solve your own problems. Third, show improvement or positive results. Tell them how your actions are helping you. How have you gotten better? Let's look at a good example. Imagine you are a software developer. You write computer code, and you are applying for a job where you must work with a team a lot. Here is the good answer. That is a very good question. An area I have been working on is my public speaking. The weakness. In the past, I was always more comfortable writing code. I was not as comfortable explaining technical ideas to a large group of people. I knew that I sometimes talked about too many small details. The action. I knew this was an area I could grow in, so about 1 year ago, I joined a public speaking club. In the club, I practiced speaking in a safe place. I also asked to lead small, short meetings with my team. In these meetings, I explain new technology we are using. The improvement. Because of this practice, I feel much more confident now. In my last performance review, my manager told me I did a great job. He said I was very clear when I explained our project to our leaders. It is something I enjoy doing now, and I continue to practice. This answer is wonderful. Do you see why? It is honest. Public speaking is a real weakness for many people, but it is not a critical failure for a developer. It shows action. The person joined a club. They volunteered to lead meetings. This is very proactive. And it ends with a positive story. The manager praised them. They turned a weakness into a story about growth. This is very powerful. It shows you are humble, self-aware, and always trying to be better. That is the kind of person every company wants to hire. Section 4. Why do you want to work here? Let's move to the next question. This question is a very important test. It is, why do you want to work here? Sometimes they ask, why this role? This question helps the interviewer see something important. Are you sending your resume to every company, or do you really truly want to work at this company? What are they really asking? They are asking, did you do your research? Do you know about our company? Besides needing a job, why did you choose us? What do you like about our company's mission or our products? A mission is a company's big goal or purpose. They are looking for a real connection between you and them. A general answer is a very bad idea. It shows you are not really interested. Here's a bad example. Well, your company is a big name. The salary and benefits seem good. And the office is not far from my house. I am just looking for a good company where I can grow. Let's talk about why this answer is bad. It is all about me, my salary, my commute, my growth. It does not show any research about the company. It does not show any passion. Passion is a strong feeling of love or excitement for something. This answer says, I just need any job. So, how do we answer it perfectly? Your answer must be specific, and it must be enthusiastic. Enthusiastic means full of excitement. You need to connect yourself to the company. I have a formula for this too. It is the 3-point connection formula. Connect yourself to the company in 3 areas. 1. The mission or values. A company's values are its beliefs about what is important. Show that you know what the company cares about, and show that you care about the same things. 2. The products or impact. A product is something a company makes and sells. Impact is the effect the company has on the world. Talk about a specific product you like, or talk about a project they did that you think is great. Show them that you are a fan of their work. 3. The role in your growth. Connect your skills to the company's future. Show that you are excited to help them and show that you want to be part of their story for a long time. Let's see a good example. Imagine you are applying to a company that makes eco-friendly products. Eco-friendly means good for the earth. Here is the good answer. There are 3 main reasons I'm so excited about this job. First is your company's mission for sustainability. Sustainability means protecting our planet. I read your company's report. It said you promised to use 100% recycled materials by the year 2028. My personal beliefs are the same. I believe we must protect our world. Second, I am a true fan of your products. I have used your cleaning products in my home for years. I love them because they work so well, and they are safe for the environment. I really admire the smart ideas behind your products. Finally, I am very interested in the work in this role. The job description says you are planning to grow into new markets in Europe. In my last job, I was part of a team that did something similar. I am so excited by the idea of using my experience to help a company that I love. This answer is amazing. It is full of specific details. 100% recycled materials by 2028. This shows the person did deep research. It shows real excitement. It is not just saying nice words. It is showing that you and the company are a perfect match. An answer like this will make an interviewer very happy. They will know you are serious and passionate. We are doing great. We have covered 4 big questions. We are about to start the next group of questions. I hope you are finding these ideas helpful. I hope you are feeling your confidence grow. If these tips are helping you, please do me a small favor. Please hit that like button. When you press like, you tell the world that this podcast is helpful. It helps other people find this episode. And it helps our little community of learners grow bigger and stronger. And if you want to get more career lessons like this, please subscribe. And ring the notification bell. That way, you will always know when a new episode is ready for you. Thank you for your support. Now let's continue. Let's get to question number 5. Section 5. Why are you interested in this role? This next question sounds very similar to the last one. The last question was, why this company? This question is, why are you interested in this role? A role is the specific job you are applying for. The last question was about the big picture, the company. This question is about the details, the daily work. What are they really asking? They are asking, do you understand what this job is? Do you know what you will do every day? Are you excited about the work itself? Or are you just using this job to get to another job later? Did you read the job description carefully? They want to be sure that your skills and your passions are right for the real work. A vague answer is not good here. Vague means not specific. Here's a bad example. It seems like a good next step in my career. I want more responsibility. And this looks like a job where I can learn new things and help the company. This answer is not terrible, but it is very, very general. You could say this answer for almost any job. It does not show any real excitement for this specific work. So, how do we answer it perfectly? I have another formula for you. It is called the Role Skill Growth Formula. Your answer should connect 3 things. 1, the role's responsibilities. A responsibility is a duty or task in a job. Look at the job description. Find one or two duties that you are excited about. Mention them in your answer. This proves you read the description carefully. 2. Your matching skills. For each duty you mention, connect it to your experience. Show them that you have the skills to do that work right now. Show them you are ready to start. 3. Your future growth. Explain how you want to grow while doing this job, how you will learn new skills, and how these new skills will help the company. Let's see a good example. Imagine you are applying for a data analyst job. A data analyst looks at information and numbers to find stories. Here's the good answer. What really made me excited about this role were two things in the job description. First, the focus on building dashboards for the sales team. A dashboard is a visual way to see data. In my current job, I am the person everyone asks to create data visuals. I truly love taking messy data and turning it into a clear story. A story that helps people make better decisions. Second, I am excited about the chance to work with predictive analytics. The job description mentioned this is a future goal. Predictive analytics is using data to guess what will happen in the future. My experience is mostly with past data, but I have been teaching myself new skills in my free time. I am learning Python and machine learning. This role feels like the perfect opportunity. It is a place where I can use my new knowledge to solve real problems, and I can grow my skills in an area I am very passionate about. It feels like a perfect match. A match between what I love to do, what I'm already good at, and where I want my career to go. This is a brilliant answer. Brilliant means very, very smart. It talks directly about the job description. This shows great preparation. It gives real examples of skills the person already has. And it shows a passion for learning and growing. It paints a picture of a wonderful employee, someone who will be happy and successful in the role. Section 6. Why are you leaving your current role? This next question can feel a little uncomfortable, especially if you are leaving a job you do not like. The question is, why are you leaving your current role? You need to be honest, but you also need to be positive and professional. What are they really asking? They are checking your attitude, your professionalism. They want to know, are you running away from a problem at your old job? Or are you running towards a great opportunity here? Are you going to say bad things about your old boss or company? Do you create drama or problems? There's one very important rule for this question. Rule number 1 is never, ever, ever say bad things about your old company. Never complain about your old boss or coworkers. If you complain, it makes you look like the problem. The new hiring manager will think, if we hire this person, will they complain about us one day? Here is a bad example, a disastrous answer. My boss controls everything I do. The leaders in the company have no idea what they are doing, and I do not feel like they value my work. I am so tired and stressed. I just need to leave that place. Even if all of this is true, this is a very bad answer. It is full of negative energy and blame. It will make the interviewer worried. So, how do we answer it perfectly? The strategy is called the positive pivot. A pivot is a quick turn. You keep your answer short, you keep it positive, and you look toward the future. Then you quickly pivot or turn the conversation to this new, wonderful job. Here are the steps. 1. Give a short, polite reason for leaving. Talk about your reason for leaving as a search for something new. You are looking for growth. You are looking for a new challenge. You are not escaping a bad place. 2, pivot immediately. Do not talk too much about the past. Quickly start talking about the future. And that future is this new job. 3, frame it as a pull, not a push. This is a beautiful idea. It means a bad job is not pushing you away. Instead, this wonderful new job is pulling you toward it. It is an attraction. Let's see a good example. I have really enjoyed my 4 years at my company. I have learned so much there. I started as a junior analyst and I grew to become a team lead. But I have come to a point where I need a new kind of growth. My current team is quite small, so the opportunities are limited now. The pivot. That is why I was so happy and excited when I saw this job opening. The opportunity to work on a bigger scale and to learn more about a specific area from the job description. That is exactly the next step I want for my career. I am ready for a new set of challenges, and this role seems to be a perfect fit for my goals. This answer is so graceful. Graceful means smooth and beautiful. It is professional. It shows that the person is ambitious, but they are also thoughtful and strategic. They are not bitter or angry. They are managing their career with care. This makes the interviewer feel very confident about them. Section 7. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Here's another classic question. It can be tricky. The question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You need to find a balance. You want to show that you have goals. You are ambitious. But you do not want to sound like this job is just a small step. Like you plan to leave quickly. So what are they really asking? They are asking, are your goals realistic? Do your goals match the opportunities in our company? Are you looking for a place to stay and grow for a long time? Companies want to hire people they can invest in. They hope you will stay for many years. There are some classic bad answers to avoid. Avoid means to stay away from. A bad answer is the overly ambitious answer. For example, in 5 years, I want to have your job. Some people think this is funny or clever. It is not. It sounds arrogant. Another bad answer is the clueless answer. For example, I am not really sure. I just live day by day. This shows you do not have a plan. You do not have direction. Another bad answer is the stepping stone answer. A stepping stone is something you use to get to the next place. For example, I think this job will be great experience before I start my own company. This tells the interviewer that you are already planning to leave. This is not good. So how do you answer it perfectly? The best way is to use the aligned ambition framework. Aligned means matching or in agreement. Ambition means your desire to be successful. Your answer should show that you want to grow with the company. Here are the steps. 1. Reinforce your commitment. Start by saying you are excited about this job right now. You want to learn it and do it very well. 2. Express a desire for growth. Talk about wanting to become an expert in your area and wanting to work on bigger, more difficult projects in the future. 3. Align your goals with the company. Connect your personal goals to the company's goals. You could mention that you hope to help newer team members one day, or that you want to help the company achieve its big goals. Let's see a good example. That is a great question. My first goal is to do very well in this role. I want to become a highly effective job title. I will focus on learning your systems and becoming a valuable part of the team. As I look to the future, I want to become a true expert in this industry. I want to learn everything I can about mention a key area of the job. And as I grow, I hope I can take on more complex and challenging projects. Finally, in 5 years, I would love to be seen as a key person in the department. Someone who gets great results, but also someone who is helping to mentor newer people on the team, and someone who is helping the department reach its goals. I am looking for a company where I can build a long-term career. This is a perfect answer. It shows you are committed to the job now. And it shows you have long-term goals that help the company. It tells the interviewer that you are a good investment. You are someone who will stay, grow, and give back. Section 8. Tell me about a time you worked on a team. Almost all jobs today require teamwork. Even if you work by yourself sometimes, you are still part of a larger team. So interviewers want to know how you work with other people. This question checks that. Tell me about a time you worked on a team. What are they really asking? They want to know, are you a team player or do you prefer to work alone? Do you share success with others? How do you work with different kinds of people to achieve a goal together? A weak answer focuses only on what you did. It makes you sound like a hero who does not need anyone else. Here's a bad example. I remember one project that was a complete mess. The team did not have a good plan. So I basically took control. I rewrote the entire plan. And I told everyone what they needed to do. We finished the project, but only because I stepped in and saved it. To an interviewer, this answer sounds very arrogant. It sounds like this person is not a team player. It is an I story that makes everyone else on the team sound bad. So, how do we answer it perfectly? We will use our old friend, the STAR method, but with a small change. We will focus on your role inside the team. Let's review. S, situation. Describe the team and the project. T, task. What was the team's goal? The goal you all shared. A, action. Describe what you did, but talk about it in a team way. Use words like, I offered to, I worked with, I suggested that our team. R, result. Describe the successful result for the whole team. Share the success. Let's see a good example. S, situation. In my last job, I was on a team with 6 people. Our job was to launch a new product in only 3 months. The team had people from marketing, sales, and engineering. T, task. Our goal as a team was to launch the product on time. We also needed to find 50 beta customers. Beta customers are the first people to try a new product. And we wanted to get a good story in a technology magazine. A, action. I quickly noticed that the different groups were not talking to each other very well. To help with this, I started a short 15-minute meeting every morning. This allowed us all to share our updates and our problems. I also created a shared online page. This page showed our progress so everyone could see it. When the engineering team found a problem, I worked with them. We wrote clear updates for the sales team. This helped the sales team talk to our future customers. Result. The better communication changed everything for our team. We launched the product one day early, and because the sales team knew everything, they had already found 65 beta customers. We also got a great article in a magazine called Tech Weekly. It was a wonderful example of how a team can do great things when we all communicate well. This answer is fantastic. It shows that the person took action, but the action was to help the whole team succeed. It shows that this person understands that success belongs to everyone. This is a true team player. Section 9. Tell me about a challenge or a difficult situation and how you handled it. Life is full of challenges. Work is full of challenges too. This question is about how you act when things get hard. Tell me about a challenge or difficult situation and how you handled it. What are they really asking? They are testing your strength, your ability to solve problems, and your professionalism when you are under pressure. They want to see that you can handle difficult moments in a good, calm way. The biggest mistake here is to tell a story with a hero and a villain. A story where you are the good person and someone else is the bad person. Here's a bad example. I had a coworker who was very lazy. He never did his work. I always had to do his work for him. I complained to my manager many times, but my manager did nothing. It was a very difficult situation. This answer is a total failure. It is full of blame and complaining, and there is no solution. It makes the person sound like a whiner, not a problem solver. A whiner is someone who complains a lot. So how do we answer it perfectly? We will use the STAR method again, but with a focus on being professional and finding a solution. Let's call it the professional resolution STAR. Resolution means solving a problem. Here are the steps. S. Situation. Describe the difficult situation in a neutral way. Neutral means you do not take sides, do not blame anyone. T. Task. What was your goal? Your goal was to solve the problem and get a good result for the business. A. Action. Describe the calm, smart steps you took. Focus on good communication. Focus on finding a solution, not on being right. R. Result. Explain how your actions fixed the problem, and if possible, explain how the relationship with the process got better because of it. Let's see a good example. This story is about a conflict with a coworker. S. Situation. On a recent project, a coworker and I had very different ideas. We had different ideas about the best way to market our product. Our different directions were starting to confuse our team, and our project was moving very slowly. T. Task. My goal was to get our project moving again, and I wanted to find a way for my coworker and me to work together in a positive way. A. Action. Instead of arguing in our team meetings, I asked my coworker to talk with me privately. I started our talk by saying that I saw many good things in his idea. Then I calmly explained my reasons for my idea. We spent an hour together. We wrote down the good parts and bad parts of both ideas. And we realized something. The best solution was a mix of both of our ideas. We decided to use his creative idea for the visuals, and we used my idea for the data and targeting. R. Result. By working together, we created a much stronger marketing campaign. It was better than my idea alone, and it was better than his idea alone. The project was a huge success. We got 20% more customers than our goal. But more importantly, that conversation changed our relationship. We learned to respect each other's ideas, and we became great work partners after that. This answer shows high emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means you understand your feelings and other people's feelings. It shows a person who looks for solutions, not for fights. These are very, very valuable skills in any employee. Section 10. Do you have any questions for us? We have arrived at the final question, and it is one of the most important questions of the whole interview. At the end of the interviewer will ask, "Do you have any questions for us?" Your answer to this question should never, ever be no. What are they really asking? When you say, "No, I have no questions," it sends a bad message. It can sound like you are not interested or that you did not think deeply about the job. This is your last chance to show that you are a serious and engaged candidate. A candidate is a person applying for a job. This is also a chance for you to interview them. Remember, an interview is a two-way street. You need to decide if this company is the right place for you too. Here are some bad answers. "No, I think you explained everything." This shows low interest. "When will I know if I got the job?" This is a fair question, but it cannot be your only question. "What is the salary?" Do not ask about money unless they talk about it first. It can make you seem like you only care about money. How do you answer it perfectly? The strategy is called the thoughtful inquiry. An inquiry is a question. You should always prepare 3 or 4 smart questions before your interview. Here are some great questions you can ask. They are in 3 groups. Group 1, questions about the role and success. These questions show you are already thinking about how to do a great job. For example, what does a successful person in this job do in the first 30, 60, and 90 days? What are the biggest challenges for a person in this position? What are the most important things I could help the team with right away? Group 2, questions about the team and culture. Culture is the feeling and personality of a workplace. These questions show you care about being a good team member. For example, can you tell me more about the team I would work with? How would you describe the style of management here? What are the most important values for your team? Group 3, questions about the future and growth. These questions show you want to build a long-term career there. For example, what kind of professional learning opportunities are there in this role? Where do you see this department or team going in the next few years? Are there chances to have a mentor in the company? A mentor is an experienced person who helps you. Here is a good example of how to ask your question. "Yes, thank you. I do have a few questions. I was hoping you could tell me more about how success is measured in this role. What would an amazing employee do in the first 6 months to really impress you?" When you ask smart questions like this, you leave a very strong, positive final impression. You show that you are a serious person. You show that you are already thinking about how to be a great employee. And you show that you are interviewing them too. This is a sign of confidence. So there it is. The guide to answering the top 10 most common interview questions. Please remember, the goal is not to memorize these answers like a robot. The goal is to understand the simple formulas behind them. The present, past, future formula. The STAR method. and always focusing on being positive and showing you are a good match. An interview is not a scary test. It is a conversation to see if you and the company are a good fit for each other. These strategies are not about being a fake person. They are about learning how to show the best version of yourself, the most professional, clear, and confident you. The nervous feeling you have before an interview is normal. It comes from not knowing what will happen. But this guide is your map. It helps you know what to expect. It takes away the feeling of not knowing. So your true skills, your great experience, and your wonderful personality can all shine. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for investing in yourself and your career. Now go and have a wonderful interview. You are ready. You've got this. Learning anything new takes time. Be patient with yourself. Practice these ideas. Each time you practice, you will get stronger. Keep going. Don't give up. Thank you so much for listening today. If you have a story about an interview or a question you would like to ask, please share it in the comments. I love hearing from you. And please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed our time together. Until next time, take care. See you next time, my friend.